Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hate It Love It Movie Reviews. I am your host for today, Jeremiah The Revelous. Today's a new day, a new review. Don't forget to subscribe to your boy for movie reviews. So the 2025 live-action Snow White movie. Was it a poison sour apple, or was it the fairest one of all? We'll find out today. So I went out and I saw the live action Snow White movie, and I gotta say, I've been a big fan of the 1937 animated version of Snow White. That was one of the very first animated Disney movies I saw when I was a kid, when they re-released it out in the theaters, and I really enjoyed, the dwarves, Grumpy and Dopey are my favorite dwarves. The Evil Queen was just eerie and mysterious and crazy. Like, I really did enjoy the whole story itself. So when I heard that they were going to do a live action version, I was like, oh, that's cool, because we had the Huntsman, and I actually kind of enjoyed the Huntsman. The second one wasn't so good, but I really did enjoy that movie. It wasn't the greatest, but I did enjoy it. And I heard they were going to get Gail Gadot as the Evil Queen, which I find that interesting because Gail Gadot is so beautiful. Who can compare her to any other else? You know what I'm saying? Who can they pick that's like more beautiful than her? Like, that's why when I heard they were gonna pick Rachel Zegler, I was like, can't really compare. Like, yeah, it's kind of more the fairest one of all. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was kind of weird. But then weird, But then you got Rachel Zegler, like, she ends up saying these dumb things and all that stuff. But you know what? Besides all that point, besides how I feel about her and her views, I'm here to review a movie, not her personality on how she is in real life. So I go into this movie, and what do I think about it? I gotta say, I did enjoy this film. I'm gonna tell you. I'm giving you my honest opinions about this movie. Like, I actually did enjoy the film. It was kind of fun. Was it the perfect film? Was it the best Disney live action of all time? Hell no. But I do enjoy it. When it first starts off, we got our backstory with Snow White and her parents, and how the Evil Queen snucks in her way into power. I wish they would have gave more a backstory with the Evil Queen. That would have been actually cool and a fun time. And this movie does remind me of, like, Once Upon a Time. I really did enjoy Once Upon a Time, and the way they did it reminded me of Once Upon a Time in a way. And I gotta give it to Rachel Zegler. No matter how much I feel about her and how much I disagree on a lot of her opinions and stuff like that, she did a great job. Like, she did really a great job as Snow White. She felt like Snow White. She proves that she can sing. She really sang and did a really good job. I wish that she would portray like the nice person of Snow White in real life. But either though, she was great in it. I gotta give her props. I give her credit. She was really good in it. And I gotta also give it to Gail Gadot as the Evil Queen. She looked like she had fun doing this, like being a evil, snobby, like mustache twirling, campy villain. And I thought it worked. For me, I thought it worked. I had a blast with her being the Evil Queen. I think for me personally, she did a really good job for what they gave her in this film. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't expecting this movie to be like Oscar or the best live action. I wasn't expecting that at all. And I heard that, like, people didn't like the dwarfs. I actually enjoyed the dwarfs. The dwarfs were like what made the film for me. You know what I'm saying? They look like the dwarfs in the animated film. You know what I'm saying? And yes, they could have gone with, like, do like either what they did in The Hobbit, or actually get actual dwarf actors to play dwarves. They could have done that, and that would have actually been cool. That would have actually been cool. But since they didn't go that route and they went more mystical and fantasy, I actually did enjoy. I actually did enjoy. Dopey was great in this movie. Freaking so was Grumpy, you know. And when Snow White was with them, I really enjoy them together. Now, when Snow White leaves them and goes on another side quest, that's when the movie kind of went down. It was like everything was really good to half of the movie, and then it kind of went down a little bit. It was like up and down for me. You know, where she meets these thieves, and then she meets one of the love interests, which to me, he reminded me too much of Finn Rider in a good way and in a bad way. I liked his character, but it felt like he did not fit in the movie. He felt more of like this character is supposed to be for Rapunzel, not for Snow White. You know what I mean? Because he reminded me too much of Finn Rider, and it kind of brought that movie down for me. Because I'm like, am I watching Rapunzel? Am I watching like Tangled, or am I watching Snow White? That's where it kind of like threw it off for me. And then the thieves did not really fit the movie as well. What I think was I think what they did was the original idea, because I heard they refilmed a lot of this movie. I think the original idea was supposed to be with these thieves, and we weren't supposed to get the seven dwarves. And people complained about it, so they had to add the thieves and the seven dwarves to the mix, and it kind of threw it out. And then there was this one character that was an actual actor that's a dwarf, which really didn't make any sense. Of you have an actual person that's a dwarf and you have dwarves. You could have made them all like, you know, like that realistically. But that kind of threw it off for me as well. And some of the music in the movie were good and not so good. Like I liked some of the songs, and then some of the songs did not hit. They weren't memorable. A lot of them weren't. So there was like the music was hit and miss. I think they would, if they would have stuck with like key songs, or some of the characters have songs, then it would have been fine. But I think some of the music just did not hit for me. And also with the poison apple scene, I felt like they kind of rushed that. You know, they kind of like flew by it so quickly. It didn't have the same dramatic effect like it did in the original animated movie, which I kind of like bumped me out. And also how they defeated the queen, it was cool, but I felt like it wasn't earned. I felt like they didn't build it up right when it came to that. But overall, I did enjoy the film. Was it great? But it was fun. I had a good time. My daughter liked it. And it was good for all the kids and all the family. I advise, you know, if you have kids that love Snow White, go ahead and have them watch it. I think it was a cool time. So what did I rate this movie? Did I love it? Did I hate it? Or is something in between? I'm going to give it a swag. That's right. I give it a swag. Like I said, I enjoyed the movie enough that I didn't hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Snow White, Rachel, she did a great job. I think Gail Gadot did a great job. I love the dwarfs. I think that's what made the movie. And I think if they would have stuck with that, throw out the thieves and all that stuff part, cut back on some of the songs, I think we would have had a really great movie. And also, you know, cut back on the drama that happened outside of this film. I think this movie would have been great. So like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you thought about Snow White. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or was something in between? Let me know. And also, let me know what's your favorite live-action Disney movie. List it on the comment section below. And also, make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to get 500 subscribers. Help a boy out. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you when I see you. Peace.